Hello, hello, hello. It is Dr. G, and today we are going to talk about some more tips in regard to remote recording. And so, a lot of times, if you're doing a podcast live or you're doing something where you're going to have another individual and you may not necessarily be in the same place, this is where this would come in handy. So, you want to make sure that you have some tools in your armamentarium that are going to allow for you to be able to record quality audio, even if you're not in the same space. So I talked a bit in previous videos about how you can optimize your surroundings by using things that will dampen the sound and the echoing that can sometimes occur. So definitely go back and take a look at those videos because they will go into greater detail on that. Today, I just want to talk about, what are you going to actually use? Like what actual software are you going to use when you're recording remotely? So the first one that I would like to talk about is Riverside.fm. Now, I haven't personally used this one. This is one that I have been a guest on someone's show that has utilized it, and it works really well. And so what is the deal with Riverside.fm? Well, it's great because you actually get an all-in-one remote recording tool that gives you audio and video. And so how it works is that it records the audio and video separately. So normally what happens is when you're trying to get audio and video together, the audio gets compressed. And so there's a little bit of quality loss that happens when you do that. And so with Riverside.fm, basically it records locally to the computer and it relies on the local amplification. So it basically eliminates that compression component and makes the audio that much more crisp and higher level. And so this is where it would have an advantage over something like Zoom. Okay. But realize though, that it's going to be a locally held recording. And so basically, you basically have to make sure that you put the two tracks together, obviously, and then get that out as one product. The other thing with this one is you can literally have your listeners participate in the broadcast. So they can come by and they can literally, ask questions. They can call in, just like a radio show. They can call in, they can ask questions in real time. And you can also host a live stream to YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. And then you have even more audience participation. So you can live stream it and you can have people who are watching, listening, basically participate. So it's really cool. So there you go. So if you're looking for high quality sound and you would like video, then you can do Riverside.fm, just realizing that they're going to be recording locally to their individual computers. So basically the person would have to be using a computer, as would be the case for you. So that's the first one. The second one is Squadcast. Okay. So Squadcast is really neat. It's a neat program. Basically, it's great for high quality audio. And so what it also does is it utilizes a local connection in order to maximize the sound quality. And so this is phenomenal if you don't care about video, because they do not have the capacity at this point to include video. Now, when you're recording, you can see the person, like they can get on a camera and there's not a video that is put forward as content when your recording is done. It's just for you to be able to interact with each other during the recording. So that's the difference. So Squadcast is great for that. So if you only care about maximizing your audio, then Squadcast would be what you'd want to utilize. They say that in the future, they're going to be moving towards having the video component. They're not there yet. So just be aware of that. That will be a limitation. And the other limitation is that you would have to use a specific browser. So Firefox, Chrome, it's limited as to which ones you could use. And so there's that. So then the next piece is the double ender. So a double ender just means that each person is going to be recording their audio on a software or on some kind of hardware local to where they are. And so you can accomplish this either with a recorder. So I think trying to think if I have my recorder here. I'll show you what I mean when I say recorder. I didn't have this out before because I wasn't thinking I was going to use it. But, so basically, so when I go to meetings and I want to record, I carry this thing with me. This is a recorder. And so this is really neat because you literally can record multiple inputs. So, I was showing you before on the microphone how you have the XLR cable. This is where that would go. So you can attach an XLR cable, you can attach a microphone, you can utilize the intrinsic microphone. So you can do a lot of things with this thing. And people can, they could be recording where they are through a device like this, or they can use, and that's to be hardware. They can also use software, which is where they would use something like Audacity. And Audacity basically allows for you to record your portion of the conversation, and then the other person would record their portion of the conversation. You put the two tracks together to make the podcast. So this is what double ender is referring to. And then the last one is Zoom. Okay. So with Zoom most podcasters use Zoom. Why? Because it is super easy to use. People are comfortable with it. It's something that is perhaps even more now that we have been sequestered in our homes and doing a lot of things virtually. People are very comfortable with Zoom. And so getting people through the learning curve of utilizing a platform is that much easier with it. And, the quality is pretty good. Your audio is going to be above average audio. What you have to understand, though, is that if you're like an audio snob, if you're really looking to, get primo audio, then the compression that occurs with Zoom is going to affect that. But most people don't even appreciate the difference. They hear the same, quality sound, and it's not a big issue. So that's why most podcasters will utilize Zoom. Because with Zoom, you can literally get the video and the audio. You can strip the audio and put that to your listening platforms. And then you can take the video, repurpose it into all of the things that you would do with your video. So, those are basically, the three ones that I wanted to talk about. So, basically we said that if you are interested in premium audio and having video, and also having interaction with your tribe during the show by having them call in, ask questions, then Riverside.fm might be a great choice for you. If you don't care about the video and you just want to have primo audio, then you can do Squadcast, because that's going to record locally. Or you could do a double ender, either hardware double ender, where you use something like my trusty recorder that I showed you. Let me show it to you correctly. My trusty recorder, or you utilize something like Audacity, then that's basically utilizing a double ender. Now, if you're really gangster, so here we go. So if you go to choice number 3, we said was Zoom, which is what most people utilize, and minimal compromise, if any at all, really. I've used Zoom for the entire time that Fearless Freedom has been in existence and not had an issue. It's been great sound, no problem. And I like the fact that I can utilize the video piece. Now, you can get gangster with this and really optimize your sound by utilizing the video. So taking that MP4 file and then having the person on their end record on something like Audacity or on a recorder, and then you recording on your end. So you're basically using a double ender plus Zoom. So you're going to get maximum sound, and you have the video quality that's necessary in order for you to be able to repurpose that kind of content on the different platforms. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that's helpful. This is a question that comes up a lot. And I know I was even having a conversation the other day with somebody about what they should use. There are others. There are other programs like Zencastr, which is another one that basically allows for you to do recording. It's audio only. There's no video with that one. And that one, you have to really make sure that you do not get off the air. You do not log off of the the program until it's completely downloaded both tracks. So, there's definitely some tweaks to things, and you will figure out that you like some things and you stick to some things, and then whatever, you'll have your preferences. That's the bottom line. All right. And so one more thing I will say is that, I did a huge set of recordings yesterday. And I thought that I was good. I went back and I looked at them, and there was absolutely zero audio. I thought I was going to cry because I spent that time that I didn't have on those recordings, and only to find out that the problem was a simple one. I did all the troubleshooting. I was basically looking to see, was it the program? Like, what was the deal? And basically, oh, you're very welcome, Dr. B. Absolutely. No problem. And so, I basically was tearing my hair out, like trying to figure out, like, what is wrong? Like, why is it the audio not working? It was something very basic and something that I should have known better about. And that was the microphone, the switch somehow had been turned to off. And I did all that work and zero product. I had to do it all over again because there was nothing. So these are some basic things that seem like, wow, how could you have done that? But no matter what, no matter how many times you do the thing, no matter how much you're out there, doing those basic checks still make a difference and still matter. That's all the reason why, airline pilots go through a checklist. So many professions, they have a checklist because of those things. It's always something simple that you overlook, and, it leads to problems down the road. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Always make sure that you do a mic test. Always make sure that you have your microphone on, so that you don't have to fall into the trap of having done the work and then have to do it all over again because no audio was on the broadcast. So there you go. So if this was helpful to you, you know what to do. Friends, share good content with other friends. So if you're on Facebook, definitely a like, drop the hashtag replay and share it with some people. And if you're on YouTube, feel free to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the amazing content that's coming your way from this channel. Okay? And I'm Dr. G, and I wish you all the best today. Make sure that you be brave, be strong, and unleash your greatness. Have a good one.